Doc Holliday, a legendary figure of the Wild West, has been the subject of countless books, movies, and legends. But what if I told you that there are 4 undisclosed facts about him that historians often overlook or conceal? Today, we're delving deep into the enigmatic life of Doc Holliday and uncovering some surprising truths that have been buried beneath the dust of history. Fact number 1. Doc Holliday was a man of many talents, including dentistry. Doc Holliday's prowess extended beyond the poker table and the barrel of a gun. He was a skilled dentist. Yes, you heard that correctly. Before he was draped in the mystique of the Wild West, Doc Holliday practiced dentistry. Yet, this facet of his life often languishes in the shadow of his more sensational exploits. As we explore the life of Doc Holliday, it becomes clear why his dental career is often overshadowed. The allure of the Wild West, with its tales of gunfights and outlawry, captivates the imagination far more than the mundane details of tooth extraction. Historians, like storytellers, are drawn to the dramatic and the daring, leaving Doc Holliday's dental acumen relegated to obscurity. But delving into Holliday's dental background reveals more than just a footnote in his biography. It provides insight into the complexity of his character. Imagine the scene. Doc Holliday, not with a gun in hand, but with forceps and a steady hand, relieving the townsfolk of their dental woes. It humanizes him, stripping away the layers of myth to reveal a man of practical skill and compassion. Moreover, Doc Holliday's proficiency in dentistry sheds light on the harsh realities of life in the Old West. Dental hygiene was often neglected, and toothaches were a common affliction. In this context, Holliday's role as a dentist takes on a greater significance. He wasn't just filling cavities, he was alleviating suffering and improving the quality of life for those around him. So why do historians overlook this aspect of Doc Holliday's life? Perhaps it's because it doesn't fit neatly into the narrative of the rugged gunslinger. The image of Holliday wielding a pair of pliers lacks the romanticism of him facing down his enemies in a shootout. Yet, to ignore his dental career is to do a disservice to the complexity of his character and the realities of life in the Wild West. Fact number 2. Despite his reputation as a gunslinger, Doc Holliday was also known for his intelligence and education. Indeed, Doc Holliday's intellectual acumen and educational background provide a fascinating counterpoint to his reputation as a gunslinger. Despite his notoriety for engaging in gunfights and gambling, Holliday was a man of considerable intellect and learning. Born into a middle-class family in Georgia, Holliday was afforded the opportunity for a formal education. He attended prestigious institutions such as the Pennsylvania College of Dental Surgery, where he honed his skills as a dentist. However, his interests extended far beyond the confines of dentistry. Holliday was known to be fluent in several languages, including Latin, Greek, and French. This linguistic proficiency allowed him to engage with a diverse array of texts and ideas, broadening his intellectual horizons. Moreover, he was well read in literature and philosophy, demonstrating a keen intellect and a thirst for knowledge. Despite his participation in the rough and tumble world of the Wild West, Holliday's intellectual pursuits never waned. He could often be found engrossed in books, delving into subjects ranging from classical literature to the works of contemporary philosophers. His conversations were peppered with references to literary classics and philosophical concepts, showcasing his erudition and depth of thought. However, the tendency to downplay Holliday's intellectual side stems from the romanticized image of the Wild West as a lawless frontier populated by rugged individuals. In this narrative, emphasis is placed on physical strength and prowess, while intellectual pursuits are often relegated to the background. Additionally, the popular perception of Holliday as a gunslinger and gambler overshadows his intellectual achievements. The allure of his exploits at the card table and in gunfights captures the imagination and perpetuates the mythos surrounding him. As a result, his scholarly pursuits are often overshadowed by his reputation as a gunslinger. Fact number 3. Doc Holliday's relationship with Wyatt Earp wasn't always as friendly as popular culture portrays. Despite the romanticized portrayal of Doc Holliday and Wyatt Earp as inseparable allies in popular culture, their relationship was fraught with complexities and tensions that often go overlooked. One reason for historians glossing over the less amicable aspects of their relationship lies in the narrative conventions of the Wild West genre. The image of the virtuous lawman and his loyal companion is deeply ingrained in the collective imagination, perpetuated by countless movies, books, and television shows. To disrupt this idealized portrayal by highlighting conflicts and disagreements between Holliday and Earp would challenge the established narrative and potentially alienate audiences accustomed to more straightforward tales of heroism and camaraderie. Moreover, the historical record itself may contribute to the downplaying of their conflicts. While there is ample evidence of their collaboration at times, the details of their disagreements may be more elusive or subject to interpretation. Historians may opt to focus on the more concrete aspects of their relationship, such as their joint efforts in law enforcement or their participation in notable events like the gunfight at the OK Corral, rather than delving into the intricacies of their personal dynamics. Additionally, the broader cultural context of the late 19th century American West influences how historians interpret and present the relationship between Holliday and Earp. The frontier was a volatile and lawless environment, characterized by shifting alliances, competing interests, and a constant struggle for survival. In such a milieu, conflicts among individuals, even those ostensibly on the same side, were not uncommon. By emphasizing the unity and cooperation between Holliday and Earp, historians may seek to reinforce the myth of order triumphing over chaos in the Wild West. Fact number 4. Doc Holliday's health struggles were far more complex than portrayed in popular culture. Doc Holliday's health struggles reveal a multifaceted and often overlooked dimension of his life. While tuberculosis remains a central aspect of his health narrative, his battles with alcoholism and addiction to laudanum offer profound insights into his character and the challenges he faced. Tuberculosis, commonly known as consumption in the 19th century, was a prevalent and deadly disease during Doc Holliday's time. It ravaged his body, causing him considerable pain and suffering. However, the romanticized image of the consumptive gunslinger bravely facing death overlooks the harsh reality of living with a debilitating illness. Holliday's struggle with tuberculosis would have been a constant presence in his life, affecting his ability to work, travel, and enjoy simple pleasures. In addition to tuberculosis, Holliday grappled with alcoholism, a disease that further compounded his health problems. Alcohol abuse was not uncommon in the Wild West, where saloons were ubiquitous and heavy drinking was often seen as a way to cope with the hardships of frontier life. Holliday's reliance on alcohol may have been a means of self-medication, an attempt to numb the physical and emotional pain caused by his illness. Furthermore, Holliday's addiction to laudanum, a powerful opioid medication commonly used to treat pain and coughing associated with tuberculosis, added another layer of complexity to his health struggles. While laudanum provided temporary relief from his symptoms, it also carried the risk of dependence and addiction. Holliday's reliance on this potent medication highlights the desperate measures he may have taken to alleviate his suffering. The tendency of historians to simplify Holliday's health issues may stem from a desire to preserve the romanticized image of the Wild West gunslinger. By focusing solely on his battle with tuberculosis, historians can perpetuate the myth of the brave hero facing death with stoic resolve. However, by delving deeper into the complexities of his health struggles, historians can provide a more nuanced understanding of this legendary figure and the challenges he faced on the frontier.